Before we begin, a critical content warning. This episode discusses an extremely disturbing case involving the murder and sexual assault of a child. The details are graphic and deeply unsettling. Viewer discretion is paramount. As of May 2025, Darnell Jones-Ogletree has been indicted and is awaiting trial for the murder of his daughter, Kei'Mani Latigue. He is presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Our aim is to report on this case factually, based on public records and reputable news sources, with the utmost respect for the victim and the gravity of the allegations. Welcome back to Behind Mask. There is no bond more sacred, no trust more profound than that between a parent and a child. But what happens when that sacred trust is shattered in the most unimaginable way? What happens when the mask of a loving father allegedly conceals a monster capable of the ultimate betrayal? In March 2025, the community of Toledo, Ohio, was rocked by the disappearance of 13-year-old Kei'Mani Latigue. Her father, Darnell Jones-Ogletree, even spoke to the media, expressing concern for his missing daughter. Days later, Kei'Mani's body was found, and the man who had publicly pleaded for her safety was arrested and accused of her brutal rape and murder. A crime so horrific, prosecutors are now seeking the death penalty. Tonight, we look behind mask at the deeply disturbing case of Darnell Jones-Ogletree and the tragic death of his daughter, Kei'Mani Latigue. We will examine the allegations, the investigation, and the chilling contrast between a father's public facade and the horrific charges he now faces. Kei'Mani Latigue was just 13 years old, days shy of her 14th birthday. She lived in Toledo, Ohio, reportedly with her grandmother. Like any young teenager, she had her life ahead of her, dreams, and a family that loved her. Her disappearance in mid-March 2025 sparked immediate concern. Family members reported her missing on March 18th, launching a desperate search. In the days following Kei'Mani's disappearance, her father, 33-year-old Darnell Jones-Ogletree, even spoke to local television outlet WTVG. He claimed he had last seen his daughter on March 16th, alleging she told him she was afraid to be alone at home because it seemed like someone was trying to break in. He portrayed himself as a concerned parent. However, police alleged that Jones-Ogletree was the last person seen with Kei'Mani, and that he gave inconsistent statements about his activity with the victim and their whereabouts. A warrant for his arrest on suspicion of abduction was issued on March 23rd. The search for Kei'Mani came to a devastating end on March 24th, 2025. Her body was discovered inside an abandoned, burnt-out house on the east side of Toledo. Law enforcement described the scene as one of the most horrific they had ever encountered. An autopsy by the Lucas County Coroner's Office ruled Kei'Mani's death a homicide, determining she died from multiple, incised wounds of the neck, deep cuts. Reports indicated her hands had been severed and her head nearly decapitated. There was also evidence of sexual assault. The brutality was almost beyond words. With the discovery of Kei'Mani's body, a murder warrant was immediately issued for Darnell Jones-Ogletree. He was located in Columbus, Ohio, approximately 2 hours south of Toledo. His apprehension was dramatic. SWAT officers were alerted to his presence. Reports indicate Jones was armed with a gun during the arrest operation and was shot by officers. He was hospitalized for his injuries, but survived. He also faced charges of felonious assault in Columbus in connection with this confrontation. In late April 2025, a Lucas County grand jury indicted Darnell Jones-Ogletree on a litany of horrific charges related to his daughter's death. 4 counts of aggravated murder with death penalty specifications, 2 counts of rape, 3 counts of kidnapping, aggravated burglary, 2 counts of endangering children, gross abuse of a corpse, 2 counts of tampering with evidence, according to police affidavits obtained by media. Jones-Ogletree allegedly admitted to detectives that he inflicted the wound that caused her death, and that he dragged her involuntarily to the vacant house where he ultimately killed her. The charges against Darnell Jones-Ogletree are capital murder charges, meaning prosecutors are seeking the death penalty if he is convicted. Lucas County Prosecutor Julia Bates described the case as involving one of the most heinous sets of facts I've seen in more than 40 years working in the Lucas County Prosecutor's Office, stating, "If not this case, then which case?" This is reportedly Toledo's first death penalty case in over a decade. As investigators delved into Jones-Ogletree's past, a disturbing history of violence reportedly emerged, stretching back more than 15 years. News outlets like WTOL 11 Investigates have detailed a lengthy criminal record, including multiple disorderly conduct charges, weapons violations, including an incident in May 2019 where he was found intoxicated on his porch with a machete and later threatened to shoot an arresting officer. Numerous instances of domestic abuse and assault. An indictment in August 2022 reports suggest that despite this documented pattern of violence, he repeatedly avoided lengthy prison sentences, often completing substance abuse programs instead. This history has raised painful questions about whether more could have been done by the system to intervene before the horrific allegations involving his own daughter. As of May 2025, Darnell Jones-Ogletree is jailed in Lucas County awaiting trial. A court appearance was scheduled for May 23rd. The legal process for a capital murder case is typically long and complex.